All right. One of the top things that teachers work on when they first start teaching online is getting themselves a domain and building a website. This is close. I think getting a domain is a really great first step. Once you've decided on a name for your business, you should get the domain. You should also get the social media channels after having checked that nobody else is using them before deciding on the name, right? So the way it works is you decide on a name, you check the social media accounts to see that nobody else has gotten or booked up that name. And then you go and get yourself the domain. And then even if you're not going to use them right away, try to set up accounts on all the social media channels just to like parking lot or block someone else from taking them. Maybe you have no intention of setting yourself up on TikTok or YouTube or whatever, but the last thing you want is your business and accounts doing well on Instagram and Facebook, and then somebody holding that account hostage over you later on and try to sell it to you or something like that, right? That's not a situation you want to be in. Now, as for the domain and the website, I would say that getting the domain is pretty important because the domain, you can just parking lot it, you can hold it. Some advanced strategies actually include getting multiple domains that are all somewhat similar to the one that you have, right? Just to avoid someone else from sort of like impersonating you or pretending to be you or, doing anything like that. It's not uncommon for more established businesses. And I don't mean, megacorps or millionaires. I mean, even if you're making like 100,000 a year, you don't want somebody else having a website that's very, very similar to yours and the same name, but just slightly different formatting, like with a dash in it or something like that. The other thing is you don't necessarily have to use the domain right away, right? Most teachers think the first thing they need to do is get a domain and then build a website. Except you're new to teaching. You don't have your services organized. You don't have clarity on all the things you're going to be doing. So building a website doesn't really make sense because the website you don't have very much stuff to put on the website. Other than group classes and privates, what services do you offer? What's your foundation story? Like, that's pretty much all you got, right? That's not enough to fill up a website. So I would suggest get the domain, right? Really good idea, keep that. And then you can use it whenever you want, right? Work primarily on the social channels first. Start getting content out there, start building up an audience, right? And then once you've got one offer or package decided on, now you can use the domain on a landing page. A landing page is a one-page website. It has no menu, and it's just talking about one specific offer. This way, you don't have to pay for building an entire website. You don't have to spend the time to build an entire website, and you can focus on what your primary offer is for people. Now, in other videos, I've talked about how yoga teachers, group classes, and privates should be offers that you have as complements to a signature premium offer, okay? If you go the route of teaching group classes as your primary offer or privates, you will burn yourself out. It's unsustainable financially. It takes up all your time on your schedule, and there's there's a ceiling on how much you can earn because you have to physically be there to deliver the class, right? Now, true, you could get more students in group classes, and if you're charging $10 per student, you could make more the more students you bring in, but it's a challenge to keep getting more and more and more students every time, and it's easier just to have a higher ticket offer that can make way more than what you could make in 5 group classes, okay? So just a little bit of a of an insight for this one. I would suggest getting yourself a domain after you have checked that the domain and the name is not used on social, and you've booked up the social accounts, and then you can get your domain and build a website later, right? Don't worry about building the website now. There's no need for it this early in the game. As you come up with additional offers, right? A small offer, an ebook, a medium offer, a mini course, privates, maybe a retreat. Once you've got a handful of things that you can present to people, and all of those things should interconnect. They should all be interrelated. Then, yeah, building a website makes sense, and you can start to pull together the landing pages you've built for each individual offer. This is the route that I've gone. I did not make a website until I had earned quite a bit of money from previous offers, and it was because then I knew that this worked. And building a website takes a lot of time and effort. It does add some additional cost, and if, like, the idea is you want to get people coming in to view offers, right? When people come into websites, they're often browsing, and we're not really looking just for page views. We're looking for people to sign up for offers, right? So websites need to be designed strategically, and until you're at a place where you've got that strategic setup, it's more effective to go with landing pages and focus on one offer, because the majority of people who are coming in from your social, they're going to be at a specific place. They're going to have a specific thing they want your help with, and it just makes sense that the link in your bio takes them to what your primary offer is for them. So I'd say that's the best way to go. There's lots of different hosting platforms for your domain. I really like GoDaddy. I know it's kind of the main one, and maybe it's even a little bit more expensive than other ones, but here's one of the top reasons why I really like it. It integrates with everything very well, and best of all, I'm not a domain expert. GoDaddy is. So when I want to contact them, they have support available in multiple methods and in my language, right? And in your language too. GoDaddy has tons of different languages that they offer support in. So that's a big reason. I've been very happy with my domain hosting at GoDaddy. And then I got myself set up with custom emails, and I use Google Workspace for that. And I have a space there. I got all kinds of storage and the custom emails, Google Drive, all that kind of stuff. It just makes sense. So yeah, Google Workspace has been really solid for me for managing storage, managing the emails, and integrating it with my automations platform, which other domain hosting and email hosting platforms may not do so well, okay? So just bear these things in mind. I hope that this helped you out. If you have any questions, just post them down below in the comments. And if you're interested in taking your teaching online and you want to learn how you can grow beyond repeating yourself in group classes and privates, check out the workshop I've got in the description down below. You'll learn how you can take your teaching online and balance a hybrid model of teaching. I'm not advocating for just teaching online. I just simply believe that that's where you can make most of your money, and then you can use that to enjoy teaching volunteer classes or donation classes or some other way of giving back to the community in person. I share some of the 4 basic tools that you need to have schedule, location, and financial freedom. And we'll take a look at how you can make automations work for you so that you can have a premium offer running in the background while providing people the support they need on their journey without repeating your theory and your instructional content over and over and over. And what this will do is it'll help you get into the mindset of an abundant, prosperous yoga teacher, right? And I'll show you how to set things up strategically with pricing so that you're earning your worth as a yoga teacher for delivering powerful transformation. right? I know a lot of yoga teachers really struggle with how much to charge and feeling guilty about it, and you know, how to justify that value or that price. I show you how to set that stuff up. I'm very experienced with this. I think you're gonna love it, and it's a total game changer for students. Once they see how the layout works, a light bulb will go off in your head. All right, check out the link in the link in the description down below. I'll see you in the next video.